All right, everyone, welcome back to 900 Pro Shop Bowling Ball Reviews. Today we have the Pure Envy. So, great new addition to the Envy line. This one coming out on the 19th of September. Today, to compare with these current balls that are still in my personal arsenal, I still have is the Extreme Envy, which is my heavy oil volume ball, especially on sport patterns. And another one of my favorite ball on sport patterns is the Envy Tour, the original one as well. So based on the reviews, and I've thrown a couple games with this, it's supposed to be an in-between ball between the two, trying to roll as early as the Extreme Envy, trying to come off the spot a lot harder and quicker and sharper. So kind of in between there. I have probably around 6 games on the ball right now, so it has lane shined up quite a fair bit. I prefer it like this, to be honest, on a house shot. We'll play around today as well with some surfaces, just so you have an idea on how it's like when we get some surface back on this thing. It's a really good piece right now for me, and let's throw some shots and I'll talk about it and see what it does. So first thing I will say is this ball really hooks, and it's a thing of beauty to see. So as long as you throw it right into friction, it really wants to come back right to left. It's really sharp. Could be that lane shine, but the ball being such a strong core, I'm surprised that it actually wants to come off the corner that hard and, you know, not leave me with kind of roll out reactions and leaves with like flat 10s or anything like that. It still wants to drive through the pins the right way, right to left. So I'm just gonna chase it more and more left for the next couple of shots. I'm going to tweak my release later on and move back right, but let's kind of just keep moving left with this thing and see how far I can go. Got that one left. Okay. Got that one left of target. Hooked in the oil, so that's one of the reasons why I said I'm a huge fan of this, especially on a slightly heavier volume of a house shot if we get to see one. So when I get it in the oil, it still picks up as early as it wants to when I throw my Extreme Envy. You just got a lot more pop in the back compared to everything else. And you know, the other ball that it reminds me of, and I know Hammer's comparing it with, the effects. So unfortunately I don't have my effect here, but it's a good complement between, if you want to say, Extreme Envy's early roll, effects angle. Just gonna keep chasing left a 9 pin there, but I missed a little left. Try to get this wide again. There you go. Still looks really good. So let's change up that release. We'll move a little bit right, just so people can see what it'll do near the track area. It'll be a little bit more flatter on the hand. Okay, so I moved like 16 right almost. I was crossing like 21-2 earlier. This one I was crossing 15. So at the arrows, I'm 7 right. Feet, I'm 16, so my angles isn't as steep. Just throw that one maybe a little bit better. I'm gonna move a little more right. I'm just gonna go 2 right just in case. There you go. And I tripped the 4 pin out again, so ball very versatile, based on what I can do with the release. If I'm trying to really spin it, I can get really left. If I'm trying to play up the back on it, I can play up the track a little bit in the oil. I don't think I can get it as far right. I'm gonna try one anyway. When I'm playing so far up the back, I think this is where it might roll out if I feed it out early and stay flat on the hand. But that's what we're here for. Let's try and see what it does. Feed it out. Actually, no, didn't really roll out. It actually hooked earlier as we expected and came off sharper. So maybe if I stay firmer on the speed. So that one I was trying to get it to 12 at the arrows, get it out to anywhere around 5 or right. Throw a better one there. Now that I can see what the ball wants to do from there. Okay, so yeah, that ball's not rolling out. I mean, it's just a really, really sharp ball. Really impressive to see from such a strong core. Just sees the friction and really wants to go right to left. Could be, like I said, the surface as well. It is very, very lane side in comparison to what it was out of box. Let's do a quick comparison with the other stuff so you have an idea. I'm going to throw in the same areas. Let's start with the Extreme Envy. I'm going to go to where I started. Giving that little bit of rotation I like to do. Crossing 17 at the arrows, getting it out there. Right, so that one's the flatter one. It's one of the balls that I like to use in the heavier volumes because it wants to be slower off the break, so I can play a little tighter lines. You can see when I play steep with it, like I did with the Pure Envy, it doesn't come back enough of an entry angle to kind of come in, leaving that flat 10. So it's just really, really slow off the spot. My two options are either I slow it down a little bit and give it a little bit more rotation, move it a little tighter, or move a little right, but I gotta be firm on the speed. So I'm gonna go with option 3 there. Gonna bang it a little right, firmer on the speed. Closer, still a flat 10, but it's closer. Just gonna throw one a little bit tighter and slower. We'll go the other way. Get that ball to shape a little more. And that's it. So if I keep the angles tighter, that ball just hits a lot better. Just because how big of a piece it is. Next, I'm going to throw the Envy Tour. It's usually my benchmark ball when I go to a lot of tournaments, anywhere from medium long. I can still use it. This one's quicker off the spot than the the Extreme Envy, sorry. So I'm going to throw the same shot I did with the Pure Envy to start. So yeah, just a lot cleaner. Went past or blew past the break point in my opinion compared to the other two. Came out with a 2.8 or 2, can't really tell from here. So I'm gonna move a little right. All right, that's better. Yeah, got it out to that friction earlier, so kind of wants to shape back in a little bit more. So I should be in between the two there. In my opinion, all of these are a little too shiny for that control phase. So let's play around some surface. Why not? So I got a couple pads here. Let's put 1,000 back on this Pure Envy. Give it a good little scuff. Get some surface back on this thing. I'm gonna throw the same shot where I started just to see what it'll do. Obviously expecting to roll a lot earlier. Yeah, it's very early. So I'm gonna move a little left back to where I was chasing it left. Keep the ball in the oil a little more. One good thing about that ball, at least, or that shot even, I fed it a little right, is it started and it didn't really stop. It just kept going right to left, like I said. So be generous and move 5 left here. Let's change the target up to 20. A little bit more in the oil. Okay, still too much. So I'm gonna tighten it up. I'm moving another 3, but I'm gonna tighten it up by 2. So I'm gonna go 22 at the arrows. I don't want that ball to go out to 5. I'm gonna 22, keep it tight. Way better. Good old 9 pins. But that's the thing. I think it's really good that it can able to do that. I think it's very versatile. So pretty happy with doing the surface adjustment. I'm kind of seeing what I need. So if I need the ball to kind of read a little sooner, because I know it's still sharp off the back, it's probably a ball I would use on some fresher patterns or some heavier volume sport patterns. Could be a little excessive for some house shots, depending on the house and the volume that you bowl in. Probably a very good complementary piece for all the lower rev rate bowlers that kind of want to bump it up the track and really create motion. I'm gonna emulate one of those shots there. Try to draw my rev rate down. Drop the axis rotation as well. I'm gonna roll this one up the track just so you have an idea on what the ball kind of does. Right, so you can see if I drop everything, that ball still wants to shape up that track area quite a lot. So any of the league bowlers, you know, that need help getting the ball started and getting the ball right to left, I think that's a really good option. If you're a higher rev rate guy, unless you really want to be that far left of everyone and really want to hook the lane, I mean, we all like doing that, so I don't mind it. We'll do one more on the outside track area, move a little left. Take everything out of my hand here again. Right, and that's up the track again. So, like I said, that's how versatile I think that ball could be. That was up 10. I could hook it from 25. Yeah, I'm doing some hand adjustments and all that stuff, but seeing the ball, the way it finishes and everything, I haven't found a spot where I'm like, I can't tweak my hand to make it do certain things. And that's why I like it a lot right now, so. All right, and for the guys that want to move left and hook the lane, maybe some of the two-handers. I'll throw one here, real left. And to me, that's how versatile a ball could be, right? All right, let's end it off with a pier one. Pun intended. That's the Pier Envy, everyone. Thanks for watching.